yesterday afternoon around 1 o'clock. I didn't see any of this section. Look at all this. Got drunk, absolutely got drunk. They set up a fire. They've been urinating. Look. Absolute filth. Urinating. How could you take any children on this section? I'm sure they urinated around here. They smoked. They drunk. They absolutely filth, litter all over the place. Left everything behind. How awful. Terrible. 5 years ago, these buildings weren't exist here. Today we've got all of this. Look at what we've got. A mountain of rubbish all around that verge. People just from those homes just chuck it onto the river. I mean, this is absurd and ludicrously breaking the very essence of how to be British. How can people do this? Absurd, absurd. Look at this. As I walk along and I find this, I hope somebody would take care of it. Okay, folks, so this is the result of human beings have access to alcohol, cigarettes and energy drinks, and these individuals has never been provided with the relevant education. So what you find is that they do labor work, and just to ease the pressure on the body with after hard work's labor, they drink these energy drinks, and just with enough alcohol and nicotine and cigarettes and other absolutely terrible chemicals, and the rest is what you see here. That's what happens when you bring in unskilled, uneducated access to resources. Cause this unskilled labor and access to alcohol, lowering the faculties. Great British dump and great British experiment of being importers of cheap labor, a low skill, cheap labor. When you do this, the results is quite obvious. When you give access to people or give handouts, free money from the government, this is what happens. Children's shoes, didn't know how to use the money. There you are, folks. I don't know, we've imported so much. It's free to go around in Europe, all these products, and it's freely thrown around everywhere here in the UK. It's painful to look at. What is it a rubbish bin? It's the entrance to a car park. Sainsbury's just over there. What is this? Alcohol, 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 and alcohol. Cheaper and cheaper products. There's a television screen, smashed up, just chucked on the side of the river. The river is just there. It's just by your rubbish. Just chuck it like this. Rubbish, big brand, big discounts. Go, keep drinking, folks. Keep drinking. Drink, 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 drink. All Pans rewards. Amazing, folks. Amazing. How can you do this? It's absurd. We are seriously in the entire world is drugged and infused by alcohol. The corner shop, the off license should be checked out, because these bags, look at these folks, absolutely no regard for anything. Don't have to explain, right? I sat here. I can't explain. Every possible rubbish. Look at this. Gosh. Jeez. Tell me, talk to me. Men of the world. Alcohol, masks. Look at all this, folks. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Masks, gloves. Riverways of UK, don't bring your children along here. Don't bring your children along here. It's useless. Useless. Gosh. Everything for you is cheap. You can enjoy the cheap experience of UK. What is so great about Great Britain is the volume of rubbish that's piling up along the riverways, walkways, gardens, roads, highways, byways, parks, children parks, front of schools. Spectacular. Spectacular volumes of rubbish. Look at this. Gosh. Face masks. Costa coffee. Alcohol. Coffee. Face masks. Gloves. Nothing is spared, folks. Tissues. Beer cans. You mustn't ask the people to throw the rubbish in the bin because their faculties are crippled after a consumption of all this alcohol. face mask. Forget about face mask. We are at the very edge, tipping point of human survival on the planet before a massive disaster is looming in front of us. Cheapest possible labor. And the result is catastrophic. Look at these face masks. They're squeezing the strength. When you squeeze life out of these human beings, there's nothing else you can expect. When you bring these industries around Park Royal, it's terrible. They bring cheap labor. And look at these hairnets. It's just that one does not know what to do with the hairnets everywhere. Look, I guess it's a sandwich production place, or look at all this, folks. Disgraceful hairnets. Wow. No animal, no other creature will ever survive. We are doomed as a human beings. Look at this. One after the other. It's extremely sad. What can you do? You will not do anything. Nobody's going to be doing anything. Look at this. Dye being thrown at this. Brought in, what is it, dye? Look at this. It's poisoning the planet like no other. All these industries should collapse and humans should go back to the farm. Machine should collapse. All these factories making profit out of squeezing life out of human beings, ending up getting drunk. Disastrous way. It's amazing. Fishing, magnet fishing rewards. Don't want to bring your children on this British river canals. What are these? Gas cylinder, oxygen cylinder, anything. If this is what you're going to see if you bring your children out on this work. Oh, ludicrous. It's absurd, folks. It's absolutely absurd. Not an inch spared. Not an inch spared. On this riverway. Alcohol, to drugs, to chemicals, to industrial waste, to mattresses, suitcases. Everything is cheap. Pans, gasoline, containers, everything. Look at all this rubbish now. Look at all this rubbish. Look at you. If people can't see this, they're either blind or they're absolutely lost their humanity. And this is, I bet somebody spent their life in here. Ludicrous, or what? Yes, people have lived under those arches as well in the summer. So Fantastic. Well, the eyes can't explain. Fantastic sight. Look at all this. The volume of rubbish, folks. The entire world's land is filling up with cans and plastics. The joy of getting drunk, that you don't have to carry your rubbish with you. People aren't interested about rubbish. People are not interested in about what's happened to their waste products. End up down on the riverways. Wow, look at all this. A bunch of places being collected in by people who care for the canals. There's no hope. The only hope is that we will all collapse. Future of Britain. The great British experiment is going to very much, I think this is pretty much all over the world, and magnet fish. Rubbish. Here's what. Mountain of rubbish. Absolutely back aching and volumes of rubbish.